Now, to those of you out there who love to say black people are the problems, or black people always complain, or the cops are not targeting the blacks, there's not racism and the police. I just came home from work and this is what I came home to. Watch.
In the air. North Miami police have rifles pointed at him. Listen as he tries to tell them he's a therapist, just trying to help a confused autistic man who ran away from a group home. Charles remembers the moments before he got shot.
I'm going to the ground just like this here with my hands up. And I'm laying down here just like this. And I'm telling him again, sir, there's no need for a firearm. I'm unarmed. He's an autistic guy. He had a toy truck in his hand.
He pleads with officers to back down and also tries to calm down his patient. This goes on for minutes, and then Charles says out of nowhere, a North Miami police officer shoots him.
I'm like this right here. And when he shot me, it was so surprising. It was like a mosquito bite. And when he hit me, I'm like, I still got my hands in the air. I said, no, I just got shot. And I'm standing there, I'm like, sir, why did you shoot me? And his words to me, he said, I don't know.
Now, you got this racist lady from Dakota, Tomi Lahren. Every time, like people like Jesse Williams is talking about police brutality, shooting the blacks, and then go home and make a sandwich, and she's gonna be like, "Really, Jesse? They're gonna go home and make a sandwich, trying to grab an officer's gun. You do not have a pass? What do you have to say about this, Miss Tomi? Since you're trying to wake up, you're trying to walk your way up to Fox News. Fox News. What do you have to say about this? Now you're telling me that the blacks are not the target. You say put your hands up. You say do not fight with the police. Do not try to resist arrest. Do not do this. Do not do that. The man was being compliant. He was doing what exactly you wanted him to do. Despite the fact that he was following the law, he still got shot. Look what happened to Philando Castile. You said that despite the fact that the Constitution of the United States confirmed our right to carry a weapon, as long as we're not doing anything wrong with the gun, there's no disorderly misconduct, then we can carry our guns for protection. No, he was trying to be compliant. He was trying to be a law-abiding citizen. A law-abiding citizen, right? He got a permit. He wanted to follow the law, and look what he got for following the law. There are criminals right now as we speak with guns on them with no permit that is still breathing. But Philando Castile, the one that was following the law, that was being compliant, that went and got the permit, waiting for your stupidity for like 3-4 months to have a permit. Like you have 3-4 months, and 3-4 months nothing will happen to you. Once you got the permit, that's when things will start happening to your life, and that's when you can protect yourself. Well, they followed your garbage, and despite the fact that he was following the law, he died by the law. What kind of law is this? What is going on out there? And you're telling me that the blacks are not the target? Most of them are working against the blacks. You black, you put your hands up. Whatever you do, you say, officer, I'm not a threat to you. He doesn't care because in his mind, the more blacks he shoots, the better it is. The more he's gonna get a bar or something. It's like people don't care about you anymore. People don't care about you if you look like me. So now, what is it? Are you gonna follow the law and die? Or are you going to stand up and say enough is enough? Because these people are out there killing you. And every time people are on the news talking about saying, hey, officer, he had a gun. Man, some of you American people, man, you're so dumb, some of you, man. Why don't you read the Constitution of the United States before you call the police on somebody? You see somebody pointing a gun at somebody, pulling a gun in a bank, or trying to shoot people, or trying to do something crazy with the gun, and you're afraid for your life. I understand if you call the police. But if you see a man with a gun on his hips, especially in the open carry states, what's wrong with you trying to call the police? And some of the police are still so ignorant, don't even know anything about the Constitution. They'll be like, oh, he has a gun. Put your hands up. What about the Constitution? Do you respect that? Is there really a Constitution that you're trying to defend? Or are you trying to do your job and shoot as many people as you can? Is that what you're trying to do? This is very upsetting, man. This is ridiculous. And if somebody is upset with that, you're gonna say, "Oh, this is a angry, a mad black man. I have a lot of hate." If you're watching all this and you're black and this doesn't affect you, there's something wrong with you up there. There's something wrong with you mentally. If you think this is okay, how are you gonna shoot somebody and then they're asking you why did you shoot him, and you would say, and you're gonna say, "Hey, I don't know. I just feel like shooting you because you're black." Obviously, you shot him because he's black. That's why you shot him. This is crazy, man. Do not need these criminals over here, man, in this institution, man. It's enough, man. These racist people, man, like trying to take your rights from you. You do not have the right to carry your firearm. You need a damn permit even if you're not a criminal. What's wrong with the Constitution of the United States, man? Who's protecting it? Who's behind all this? Who's trying to dumb the police down so that they don't care about the Constitution? What's going on? The therapist, right? The one that was responsible to take care of the autistic guy was more of a threat than the one that was autistic, the one that they thought had the gun. The one who put his hands up trying to be compliant was more of a threat than a person who's sick in his mind. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to make fun of the kid that's sick and that's mentally sick, but when you see stuff like that and you telling me that you're not upset, and you get up in the morning, you buy your coffee and you go to work so that you could pay your bills, man, you deserve what the fuck you got. When your kids are getting shot, you deserve it because you don't care. Can't you see that it's going on all over the country now? And you're gonna have Fox News and Tomi Lahren, right? That low blonde racist from Dakota who's gonna try to come up and say, Jesse Williams, Willie? What do you have to say about that, Miss Tomi? You little racist piece of shit. What do you have to say about that? Man, I don't understand how racist people can talk out there and think that they can get away with that, man. Huh? Because this is crazy, man. If you're black and this doesn't affect you, I don't care what race you are. If you're watching this, you say, well, you know what he got, you know what, that's what he gets. He got what he deserved. Let me tell you something, man. You're sick in your mind. If you watch this and you get up in the morning and buy your coffee and go to work with a smile on your face for a few dollars, you are a no good, dirty bastard, and you deserve what the fuck you got. Because this, you are, as long as you're black, you are concerned. You should be concerned about this. Because your kids are next. Your husbands are next. Your cousins, your brothers are next. You're next on the fucking list, and then you still smiling, you're still buying coffee. You just like the officers that are shooting people out there and go the next day, go to Subway and get a sandwich. Because they think it's okay to shoot people out there. Can't you see that you are the target? It gets to the point, man, when you, if I'm telling you, man, if a black man sees a cop and you see there's a way that you can run, just do that. If there's a way that you can run away, do that before he sees you. Because the hunt is on.
See what's going on now? North Miami, baby. Now, what do you have to say about that, Mr. Tommy Sotomayor? What's her name? Tomi Lahren? The skinny white girl from Dakota? The racist girl? Every time black people say that they cannot take it anymore, enough is enough, and she goes crazy. Remember that skinny blonde from Dakota, probably never seen a black man or a black woman, that was going off on Jesse Williams? What do you have to say about that shooting? Huh? A therapist that was trying to help a guy that was a boy that was autistic, saying that he had a toy in his hand. It's not a gun. Officer, I'm not a threat to you. There's no need for firearm. We don't need guns. I'm unarmed. His hands were up, right? Not a dummy. Trying to be compliant. The guy was as compliant could be. Very, very respectful. The guy was trying his best to avoid to get shot, because once you have the color of the skin, you're a threat, you're a gun. Now all the authorities on this land, you're concerned, right? What do you have to say about that? We don't know what happened, right? We have to investigate that. We have to negotiate that. See, now when you're trying to be a law-abiding citizen, trying to follow the law, trying to obey the law, that doesn't mean that you're exempt, okay? As long as you have the skin color, that's it for you. Either you do what they say or you don't, you're done. The war is on black people. It's obvious. Now, what do you have to say about this? Officer, I don't have a gun. I'm not a threat to you. They could see his hands, right? He was on the ground. Shot him anyway. And when he got shot, because he wasn't expected to get shot, officer, you just shot me. Why? Motherfucker, I don't know. My job is to exterminate your asses, so I thought I was doing my job. I don't know. I'm not trying to be comical, but let me tell you something. If being black was not the reason that he got shot, motherfucker, you tell me why he got shot. Huh? Even if he had a permit to carry a gun, they would have found excuses. Now they're trying to say that officers got some mental illness. It's maybe that's why. LPT, some kind of stuff that they call it. What you call it? PTL. I don't know what kind of fancy name that they came up with, you know, to convince everybody that, you know, then if officers got problem, then they can get away with shooting law-abiding citizens. Now, if you watch my last video, you knuckleheads out there, some of you racist piece of shit who love to go off against black men that are trying to defend their people. People like you, Tomi Sotomayor, people like you, Tomi Lahren. Let me tell you something. This is the kind of paid public servant that Mr. Jesse Williams was fucking talking about. Who would shoot you and say he doesn't know, and then the next day go get a sandwich, motherfucker. Now, if you have children, you're raising black boys in this country, you cannot afford to be lazy, man. All right? If you're a black parent, you gotta step up and say, hey, you know what? If you see the cops out there, if you see police out there and they don't see you, there's a way for you to bounce. There's a way for you to jet, to run. If you can fucking jump a fucking wall, do that. Do that, man. Because they will find excuses saying that they got some mental illness to get away with the shooting. You will find some people out there that will say, hey, I don't like this video because this motherfucker is full of hate. Let me tell you, if people are shooting your people like this and you look like me and you think that this is okay, you got some mental problem, man. This is a disgrace, man. Your people are dying in the country. You cannot say enough is enough. Euclid said, this is too much, man. Y'all killing us. Chris Brown said, fuck the celebrity shit. Fuck the fame, fuck being famous, fuck the money, because y'all motherfuckers with the guns are killing us. That's what he said. Everybody's getting upset. I mean, if Chris Brown, that is making millions, is risking his wealth in this country What the fuck you gotta worry about a $10 an hour for, or $15 an hour for? When they're killing when they're killing the black kids, your children, your cousin, your fathers, your brothers. You know, the war is on black men. That's the war. That's the thing. Kill as many as possible. If you were listening to that police chief in New York that was talking to the half Puerto Rican guy, half white guy, like the tape, he was saying like, why you only arrested 2 black people, 2 black guys? Why? We want to know. Because we want to throw more in cage. That's the modern time of slavery. That's how it is. Look at Africa. Africa is dying. They digging all the mines. Now this country got a constitution. It's called the Constitution of the United States. You know, as long as you are law-abiding citizen, right? You're not a criminal. You have the right to carry your arm for your protection. It's called self-defense. You have the right to self-defense. And the laws that they put out there are unconstitutional. I'm so upset, man. Unconstitutional laws aren't laws. They infringe the laws. They say, hey, you know what? You gotta have a permit. What do you need a damn permit for? As long as there's no disorderly misconduct, you have the right to keep and bear arms. It says that it shall not be infringed. The cops out there are not protecting your rights, the Constitution rights. These are bully animals, some of them. There are some good cops out there that will see you with the weapon you do up and carry. They've noticed that you're not a threat, you're not a criminal. You know what you're doing. You sound educated. And they'll be like, you know what? This man is trying to exercise his right. But some dumb cops, dumb people. Did you know that dumb people in this country cause more people to die? Like Tomi Lahren. Did you know that Ohio is an open carry state? Louisiana, you have the right to carry your gun. They're okay with that? Then why the fuck is that dumb, uneducated motherfuckers every time they see somebody with a gun, they're like, oh, he has a gun. I'm afraid, I'm scared. Dumb motherfucker, read the Constitution of the United States. If it's pointing at people, if it's robbing a bank, if it's gunning somebody down, if it's doing something that makes you afraid, then you have the right to call the police. I support the police. Causing people to die. You got dumb people, uneducated people mixing with a bunch of dumb cops, lazy public servants that don't want to read about the Constitution. Once they hear that you got a gun, you have to educate the dumb people out there when they call you. I see a guy with a gun. Ma'am, sir, you see a guy with a gun, right? Is he pointing it at people? Is he robbing a bank? Is there any disorderly misconduct? Is he waving in the air? Is he firing? Is there any gunfights going on? No, he's just carried a gun. He dresses nice, but I just see him with a gun, I'm scared. Okay, sir, it might be a guy who's trying to exercise his Second Amendment right. Really? What's that? Second Amendment right? It's the right to keep and bear arms. We cannot infringe their rights. People have the right to self-defense. Now you just want to be a law-abiding citizen, you apply for a permit to carry a weapon, and then even when you're trying to follow the law, as long as you look like this, the chances for you to get shot is 90%. Look what happened to Philando Castile. In front of a child, in front of his girlfriend, you gun him down. You asked him for his permanent registration. He has to reach for it. He told you he was a concealed carry holder. He told you that he was trying to follow the law. He had no problem. He didn't do anything wrong, but you shot him anyway. This man in North Miami didn't do anything wrong. His hands were up. Now, if I'm afraid when I see cops, if I don't trust cops anymore, they're gonna say that you're uneducated, you're crazy. I'm upset because I see people who look like me are dying every single day. It's crazy. The Chinese are not dying. The Japanese, the Arabs are not dying. The Indians are not dying because they have political disposition. They have a nation, they have a race to stand up and say, hey, the next time you kill a Chinese man in this country, we're gonna stop doing business. Welcome to China. That's the kind of respect that other races have. Black people is not a race. A dog, I said that several times. A dog, if you kill him, if you kill a dog, it's animal cruelty. If you kill a cat, there's certain season that you can hunt. Even animals are under protection because they have disposition for them. But black people just want to be black. Black is not a race. You have nobody to defend your cause in this country. That's why people are dying. That's why people are shooting you and say, hey, I don't know why I shot him. He looked black. Get rid of him. I'm using a smartphone to do that, to shoot this video right now. Let me tell you something. Did you know that in the smartphones that you like to use, that you worshiping, the iPhones, the Galaxies and everything, the LGs that you worshiping, if it weren't for Africa, you would have no such thing as a smartphone? Did you know that? The war is on Africa, but what the fuck, man? You're getting all the mines and then you're killing the Africans? What's going on? In the cell phone that you're using, there's something that's called coltan, right? Coltan is what allows you to have a smartphone now. You can only find it in the Republic of Congo in Africa. It allows you to have smartphones. So now you should respect the Africans. Everything that you have, Africa built the world. Disrespectful children, you will pay for what you're doing. This is ridiculous. Take your time, brother. I came to wash my car. I'm sorry, but if you like what I'm saying, this you will not leave. You will continue to watch the video. You know, my people are dying up in this bitch, man. Call me a fucking terrorist. Every time you say that you're upset, then you're a fucking terrorist, man. Every time. You don't have the right to be upset in this country. People are killing you, man. You do not have the right to say enough is enough. People want to get you, man. What the fuck are we supposed to do? This is a disgrace, man. And don't come with that bullshit talking about officers. Some officers got some mental illness. Then take the badge and the guns away from them. They're dangerous. They're criminals out there. The officers that are good, who are not afraid of black people, who understand that we have 46 chromosomes, just like them. We are living souls who respect God's children. Let them out there. But the ones that you see that are sick, take them off the streets, man. These are thugs. Mike Brown was a thug, right? Tomi Lahren? The guy was a thug. Okay, he was a thug. He was a thug. He stole some cigar, right? Then he deserved to die. Right? I'm upset with you because I don't hate you, brother, but you gotta stop doing that shit, man. Money can't save you in this shit. You gotta come together as a people, man. You gotta start showing the black women some respect, man. And some black women are fucking leaving your asses because some of you people are disrespectful and you don't want to take your responsibilities as a man. Saying that the black women are giving you child support. Who cares about that child support? If you were in a good harmony with the black women, she would never give you child support. It's because she realizes that you don't care, then she don't care. I'm gonna get the white man on your tail. I am not a fucking racist. All people are people. I love blacks, I love Asians, I love white, I love whites, I love everybody. But I don't like racist people. I don't care if you're black. You understand? This is getting to the point where people are shooting you and they don't know why they're shooting you. They have no business in the middle of the streets carrying guns. Concealed carry holders have more respect for people, for the laws than the cops. The paid public servants. Servants. I love you, Jesse Williams. Keep doing what you're doing. Forget about them bootlickings, buck dancing, that stupid racist lady from Dakota, Tomi Lahren, man. I'm fucking upset.